So many fancy T3 bits. Assembly time, get your grease on. We use 1,000 quid's worth of Porsche grease on these things for Porsche centre locks.
Isn't it?
Well, it's lasted us a few years, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's the first time we've ever had, and you've had Porsches with centre locks for years.
Yeah. That's the T3 knuckle going on. We're hoping we've got the correct side on because they are sided now. Well, they are sided anyway, and I've drilled the holes for the damping adjusters so that they hopefully come forward away from the steering rack. Yeehaw. Had these made extra long as well because I'm increasing the track width as well as increasing the wheel size and tyre size, and hopefully these are also matched so that these can go long enough to compensate for the longer arm.
Hopefully we can get some wheels on to get this on the trailer tomorrow.
Because it's going to see our buddy Adam. Oh, and I forgot to show these bits. These are very cool. They're actually Ackerman adjustable, and obviously we can do, in theory, do a track setting with track Ackerman, and that being the tie rod mounting point, and then move that around and have that as the drift setting if we want to, if I ever choose to use this for drifting, which I may. But yeah.
You're not going to use the word grip and make everyone wince.
Oh, grip.
What would you say?
Track. Disassembled Johnny 5. We haven't got new RCAs, the roll sensor adjuster blocks, and that's because I think I'm going to have to use like a 80mm version of that, or
that's not normal.
Or make my own. Well, what is normal here? In this building, what's normal?
Well, we removed the space. I thought we were just going to bolt something together.
No, it still needs to have the correct roll centre. So that'll be part of some measurement to do when we do the proper setup for the suspension. But for now, we kind of just need to get the thing rolling. So we're going to borrow these ones off the old setup and bolt them to the new fancy stuff.
If these are long enough.
Yeah. There we go. These little things and the way you adjust them are very clever. So very nice little bit. So you just spin it round to change your Ackerman. But they also happen to just fall out when you're trying to assemble everything. So they go flying and you have to check you've got them in the right place. So we've got slightly cleaned up teeny weeny RCA. See whether it goes on there.
So have you got these in the right place?
I've duggered that.
No, have you got these the right way around?
Hopefully.
For grip.
Hopefully.
Grip.
For grip, dude.
Grip.
Grip. I mean, I hope I've got them the right way around.
Unconvinced. Which way around do you want them? Can one go one
grip,
way?
Bro.
Grip. No, they're way off. That's
okay.
not right.
I must need to spin them around. I have dropped them about 4 times.
Ungrip.
One
it's
second.
Not gripped and it's not sorted.
Right. That one's in the correct position, and this one needs to go there. And then.
And also. Perfect.
Thank you, TechnoToyTuning, for your fantastic instructions. Assembled. Temporary colours. That's a right weird combo of stuff going on there. Red.
It's a bit rainbow, isn't it? Well, not rainbow, these. It's LGBT plus QS. Or whatever.
Red, orange, black, blue, grey, silver.
And pink and green, orange and purple and blue.
Looking good. Okay. Got to put a few more crusty bits off the old setup on there. Wheel bearing and brake disc and brake caliper mount. So now that we've removed the spacer blocks from that cross member, the bolts are a little bit too long and getting in the way of the suspension.
See you later. do the other one while I'm here.
There we go. Tension rod in, tie rod on, anti-roll bar kind of up there. Haven't got the stab link in just yet, but yeah, smart bit of kit. There we go. Spent most of the morning adjusting nuts, getting the lower arm length here correct to make sure that I've got enough thread engagement for the tie rods and get the cast set up roughly where it needs to be. But yeah, super smart, very happy with that, how that's gone. And if you look from the outside, I've done ride height as well. I've made it a little bit higher than I'd normally have it, just purely to make Jay happy because he's got to tow it tomorrow.
Anything to do with putting it on ramps? And
yeah, or strapping.
Yeah, or anything. Anything to do with anything.
Jay'd just have it off-road spec, that's what he'd do.
I would have it reasonable.
I think this is reasonable. And bear in mind that obviously these are not the wings or the wheels or the tyres or the front bumper or the side skirts that are going to be on this car, but yeah, just gives me an idea that all the stuff that I spec'd and worked out to work in the front suspension looks like it's going to work perfectly. There you go, that's a better look at the front. I mean, it's probably a tickle though, but it's got the wrong springs on it at the moment anyway. It's got 12k front springs on it because that's what was on the kit. So that'll all be messed about with later anyway. As you can see, the back is still full J loving off-road spec.
Respectable.
Respectable. So yeah, that's I need to find a solution for adjustable rear springs on the back of this because they're currently not adjustable and that's as low as they go. So because it's going for exhaust work, we figured we'd put the prop on as well. And one of the things that I'd forgotten about is having raised the gearbox by whatever I have, 25mm. The centre bearing also needs raising by roughly the same amount. So we've got to do a little bit of choppy on this and fabricate and then hope that we don't melt things that are inside there. Angle grinder first.
Give me your phone.
you do look like pure Birmingham.
Yeah, I need a moped, don't I?
Okay, that's looking good. That's so I zeroed the angle gauge on the crank pulley, so that should be pretty decent there. We've got plenty of room for exhaust stuff to stay out of the way. Looks smart, so just needs taking off and welding for reals.
And then get it on the trailer, let's go.
Yeah. I've just been to get an emergency number plate because we forgot we've got a new tow vehicle.
Yeah.
Fire!
I don't know how worth filming this is.
There we go.
Another thing off the list that wasn't on the list.
Yeah, that good old list where you think, oh, I've nearly done everything, and then you find about another 15 things that you've got.
My exact words last week was like, oh, that wasn't as bad as I thought it'd be.
Oh, you'd never say anything like that.
Now look where we are.
Got a little bit of toe out as well, I think. Move the trailer back in a bit if you want to. Easier. There we go, loaded up. First tow with a new V-Class. Jay gets the honours.
I'll let you know how it goes.
I've been driving it a bit, but I haven't towed with it yet. It seems very nice. It's no KN turbo, but you know, it's got a lot more space in it, so pretty useful. If this week's video seems a bit sporadic and not a lot happens, you can blame Ash. It's Ash's fault. It's not. What happened in your world?
Whatever we did in this video.
Yeah, as you can see, we've had HSD delivery as well. So Alex is setting up a load of those to go out. And yeah, we've just been looking at Ash's R33, which had
trying to kill himself on the way to work.
Yeah, a little fuel leak, nothing too serious, but you know, all part of the fun. And yeah, a little bit of distraction from white AE86 land, I guess.
Hi Adam, more problems for you.
Yeah, nice little quick and easy 4-cylinder manifold. Something a bit like that one, but...
Well, your words, it looks easy, not as bad as the last one a minute ago.
Well, the last one was a big V8 with spark plugs hanging out the side of it. And this one's just a little 4-cylinder that's not like offset and not crazy far back.
Don't say that, you'll upset him.
It's also not crazy low.
No,
So
no.
there's loads of room for an exhaust.
Yeah. What, the car?
Yeah.
I don't know. It will be crazy low, so there isn't lots of room for
what I mean is, like, it's, you know, it's not as low as the other one, is it?
Not yet, but I'm sure it will be.
Okay, well, also only 2.5-inch diameter exhaust, so again, not
Did we say we're going 2.5? No, 2-inch primaries. Is that the instruction?
1 7/8 stepped
Right.
up to 2-inch, 2.25 secondaries, 2.5-inch exhaust. I think that's the plan.
That's Phil's plan.
Yeah. that's
Okay.
Phil's plan. Bit too big for me, but I'm not going to try and tell him otherwise.
No, do what Phil wants. That's how we do it.
Yeah. Yeah. So it should be a couple of days, all done.
A couple of days. I don't want to come back this week.
You don't work Fridays, apparently.
Oh no, I don't. You're right.
Yeah.
See you next week.
Yeah, see ya.
Thank you.